second episode. If you don't start from the first one, then you won't understand the lore. Click on this first if you didn't see it.
Hey everyone, welcome to my disaster report for Let's Play. I'm sorry, I don't have any other time I can record this, so let's just try and ignore it. Okay, we're gonna head over here and maybe I can chat with some people. Okay, maybe it doesn't I don't know. It doesn't look like anything's going on over there. So maybe we got some items last time, or no, we didn't. Well, maybe we could find some items, and from there.
Oh shit! Steady. Alright, so the ground vibrates with motion on occasion. It's interesting that there's an actual health bar here. I'm gonna assume it's just for show and I can keep playing how I want. Nothing like inhaling car battery fumes to really get your job hunt started. Ooh! Too close. I didn't expect something like this to happen. How often is there an earthquake in Japan? Would a Japanese person be shocked that an earthquake happened, considering their frequency? There we go. Sounds about right. Screw you guys! No point in hanging around with a bunch of losers! I'm gonna go this way! Oh, well, shit. The scary man's approaching me. Act friendly. Stay on guard. Act flustered. Suspect danger and run. My survival instincts kick in. It's flight or flight. It's flight or die. Flight or die. My flight or die instinct kicks in. And I run. I run as fast as I can. Damn, he's good. He's looking for somebody wearing a black shirt. I'm gonna lie on purpose because I don't want to deal with this man. Whoa, wait, what? I got 4 immoral points? I mean, I'm glad there's some kind of morality point tracking system, but was it really that immoral to tell some screaming asshole that I don't know where his friend went? I mean, 2 to 3 points tops. 4 is absurd, come on. The people outside this building are all talking about the interviews going on inside. I guess this is the place I was originally headed for to do the job interview. Confidently inserting myself into this discussion group. I guess the interviews were canceled. I don't know why, but I don't make the rules. The lady at the front apologizes for making us come down here. She says she'll comp us for the travel expenses. They ask me how much I spent to get down here.
Yes, I spent 99,000 yen to get here.
Really? Are you being serious?
Yes, it cost me $659 fucking dollars to get here.
Well, here you go, I suppose. 9 immoral points. See, what the moral fags always seem to forget is that I've made enough lying to women and scalping band-aids to buy a fucking PlayStation 5. Woman with no sense of despair. I've got to get a picture of this! Next corner looks like a mall or just a big clothing store. Something shiny's at the front desk. An emergency backpack. Sick. This is mine now. Oh, everything's shaking again. Quick, what does this person think?
I can tell when an earthquake is happening when everything shakes like that.
Wow. Whoa. So this is why Professor Layton hasn't had his own game in a while. He's been in Tokyo. This is why Sherlock Holmes...
I wonder if my company is okay.
That is wage slave behavior! Get it together! I find a compass in the corner. You can swap these out as you find them for a bit of customization. The top floor has some actual music for once. It's just a little piano riff, but I think this kind of music should be used a lot more in the game. The consistent silence is pretty funny, but it would make the game actually better if they added more stuff like this. We find these periodically, it seems. Similar to how Breath of the Wild approaches the music, Pianist Maximus, or whoever the Japanese guy is who does the music, remembers he can play piano once every 2 hours and does a sick riff and then forgets again. At this point, I started hitting buttons at random on my controller. I like to click the shoulder buttons to a beat in my head while I'm not doing anything. That's when I found this. Yup, this game has a dedicated scream button, which means it unironically just got 10 times better. Get used to this shit. You can use these fitting rooms to change into alternate costumes. What really sucks is that the deluxe version of this game, which adds a bunch of goofy ass outfits, was something that I thought I purchased in the Steam bundle. It was like $1 extra, but I accidentally bought the standard edition like a poor person. By the time I started recording this, the price shot back up. I guess I'll need to buy new clothes the old-fashioned way. Screaming in people's faces and scalping medical essentials. If I continue the screen cap footage here, you can actually see where I backed out and went to Steam and realized I messed up. Shit! There's also a map you can open, but I question its usefulness. Oh, sorry for bumping into you, lady. Ooh. Who's this cutie? I want to get her attention, so I try shouting at her and crawling around on the floor, but nothing works. I even get some air off this ramp, and she still isn't interested. Typical Stacy! I bet you only like big Japanese men with big Japanese cocks. I bet you only like men with big cocks. I bet you only like men with big cocks. Whoa, this building's falling. This I gotta see. Hey, where was that flight or fight when I needed you, huh? All right, try that again. I went to save my game this time and I found out that you can rest to ease your stress. Interesting mechanic, but we're not gonna be using that. I scream at the people I sold Band-Aids to as a reminder of my genetic superiority. Some people over here are trying to free someone trapped under the rubble. This is a little more real than some of the other stuff. I get Suwok near them as motivation.
You can't go any further. This way is blocked.
This way is blocked? You're in the middle of an intersection, my dude! What way are you referring to? You're in the middle of a four-way! In the job interview building, there's this guy looking down on his luck. He's quietly sobbing and apologizing to his mom. Seems like he really needed this job to support his family. Are you here for the job interview too?
No, I'm here for business negotiations. I do business things.
He spent all his money coming in from the countryside. We sit and listen to him, not because we have any sort of decency, but because we're bored and tired. He's the last breadwinner in his family. His brother passed, and he's the only one that his little sister, mom, and dad can rely on. He saved his money and came in for the interview, only to have it all stolen away from him, never even having a chance at an interview.
He's upset at such a small issue. It's irritating. Why is he getting so worked up?
The lady at the front desk reminds me that they're reimbursing people for how much they spent to get here, and that if I know anyone who could use reimbursement, I should let them know immediately.
No, can't think of anyone.
Ground shakes again. This place is pretty unstable. I've got to keep my head straight. Wait, guys, I think it's happening. I think I'm feeling the fight, the blight, or my flight or flight instinct is kicking in. These two people are on a date.
Kill all men. Kill all men.
I like this girl's top. Let's chat with her. She's a teacher, and she asks if we've seen any female students wearing blue vests. There's some reasonable responses, but the only valid one is thinking how I can use this situation to get some money out of her. I smirk Jewishly at the thought. Natsumi Higa. She begs us to help. We agree. Not only because we want to bang Miss Higa, but because this will get us close to high school girls. Ah, yes. I'm glad we got to add complete fucking pervert to our ever-growing repertoire of personality traits. Something about hitting on underage girls during an earthquake is it's pretty goddamn funny to me. I checked the clothing store first because, you know, women be shopping. Oh shit, that was easy. Whoa! You can't just sneak up on me like that! Ah yes, this must be the foreign exchange student from the UK. She asks what we want. We let her know Mrs. Higa is looking for them. They chit-chat about how she's a new teacher in the school. Even though every teacher would be worried for where her students are, her being new checks out, considering just how worried she was acting. We head back and let her know that the students are okay. Well, two of them at least. Miss Higa talks about her long journey to achieving her dream job as a teacher. Unfortunately, she isn't showing us her breasts or paying us, so we're bored! We get sleepy fast. Our sleepiness turns to frustration.
You shouldn't complain during an earthquake.
She suddenly remembers that one student is still missing and starts panicking again. Look, Mrs. Higa, just chill. Everything is fine. I'll go look for her. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? Huh, well, I remember something like this happened when I got my first puppy. I think I spooked the building. I should approach it a little friendlier. Easy. 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 Third time's the charm. We examine the rubble, but we don't see any child corpses, so it's probably fine. Oh, this vest looks pretty schoolgirly.
It took me so goddamn long to find you. Where the fuck?
Miss Higa shows up to steal our thunder. Let the record show that I found the high school girl first. She's mine. We all talk about going back to their high school. Apparently the building was designated a shelter for situations like this. This giant human-sized hole seems like just as good a spot as any to climb through. We go back and forth and debate a little bit on the dangers of crawling through this hole. Being the stand-up, once-in-a-generation hero I am, I step up and valiantly volunteer the crying girl to do it. Miss Higa puts a stop to my heroism. At least I won the laughing approval of these two girls anyway. That's what matters. They're way cooler. Am I right, new friends? Who the hell does Mrs. Higa think she is? I mean, that top with that skirt? Who dressed you a gay corpse? Who dressed you a fucking skeleton? I heard she was gone last Friday because she was getting an abortion. I actually do end up crawling through first, and everything's fine. Next challenge, we have to reach the main street by walking under this building. But first, there's a guy chilling over here, minding his own business.
What happened to me?
How bad does it look? I take a long, hard look at the struggling man, and after some introspective thought, I leave out of boredom.
This whole town is so goddamn boring.
Oh, cool, a sushi compass. This one's pretty cool. Okay, so the gang is acting like little babies, as if crumbling buildings ever hurt anyone. Ugh. Leave it to Porkchop to need to demonstrate proper technique. Pay attention, guys. I'm only gonna do this once. Oh, wow. Wow, fucking cowards. All of you cowards.